Shalom Aleichem. My name is Shimon Greenmel, Managing Principal and Partner at Rise Architecture New Jersey. A little bit about our firm. Rise Architecture New Jersey opened up 2 years ago here in New Jersey, joining up with Rise Architecture, which is a firm based out of New York City that focuses on the 5 boroughs of New York City. Rise Architecture New Jersey is both a commercial and residential firm. We're licensed in 15 states. We work in any area outside of the 5 boroughs of New York. We've done on our commercial side over 1 million square feet of office space, and in the past 2 years we've worked on 24 different moistes countrywide, from St. Louis to Cleveland to Florida to New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. We worked on shuls, yeshivas, kollelem, community buildings, and almost every building type necessary to create a community. On our residential side, we've worked with multiple different clients in multiple different types of houses, from smaller houses to full mansions, for multiple generations of mishpachas to be able to come and visit. I believe it's for these reasons that the developers at Okeechobee chose Rise Architecture, to be able to help them realize their goals and their dreams in creating the best possible community for the Haimish Ephraim Olam in Okeechobee, Florida. When Jeff and the developer team came to me 8 months ago with this idea of purchasing land to develop a community for the Haimish Olam to address the housing crisis that exists within the Frum community at large, they came to me with an earth-shattering, game-changing idea to build a community from the ground up with a focus on the Torah, on the Avodah, on creating a community built on people who are true to their roots and creating a real Frum community from the ground up. To that end, their goals were always to have the end user in mind, from what the house is going to offer, what the community is going to offer. How are we going to make sure that children have the right environment to grow up in? How are we going to make sure that the parents have a place to work, that there's shopping, that there's moistes atayra, that there's moistes sedavanin, that there are places to make simchas? How are we going to do this in a way that people are going to have everything they need in a community? We've had countless meetings with civil engineers, with planners, with other developers, trying to understand what's happened in other developments. What is it that we need for the city, for the community to work properly? We've gone through multiple different ideas on how to set up the streets so that we should be able to have a sense of community. The neighbors should be able to feel comfortable with each other, that they should have parks for the kids to play in, that there should be a nice piece of land that people can feel that they have a place that's theirs, that their kids can run around in, that if they wanted to be able to put a pool in, they'd be able to put a pool in. If they wanted to have a nice, big, large sukkah in the backyard, they'd be able to have it. We put in Pesach kitchen in the houses. We've designed this house with the Frum end user in mind, to give the rooms and the space necessary to be able to live a Frum kosher life and have everything that they need in a way that's affordable and reachable and attainable for the entire community. When it came to planning the commercial spaces, planning the shuls, where's the shul located? How's everyone going to walk to the shul? Can we make walking paths? We put shuls next to the park so the kinderlich could play next to the shul. Multiple minyanim throughout the day. 2 different shtut shuls that we're creating. A girls' school, a boys' elementary school, creating shopping, a grocery store, clothing stores, places of business, places for Amazon retailers to be. We're even trying to think about what type of businesses will we need. We had meetings with what's the basic minimum amount of stores and what type of stores would a community like this need. It's been very important for the developer team throughout to make sure that this community is actually going to work for all of the people who are eventually going to live there. We've put out these plans as a preliminary plan so that based on our understanding of how a Frum family lives. However, every community has its own separate needs and its own desires, and to that end, we built in some time into our timeline to be able to receive feedback from the community at large, from those people who are actually applying for putting in applications for houses, for us to be able to take all of that information and those requests and to try to design the best prototype possible so that the base house will have as many of the points and as many of the needs that the community expresses. Of course, I believe the developers are going to give opportunities later for homeowners to be able to make changes, but obviously that's going to be customization to a base house. So the more information from applicants that we can get at this time in this short, small window will result in a better base house and less changes later on down the road, which is the goal that we're trying to achieve so that everyone gets exactly what they need. We're looking forward to working with the full community in helping change the dynamic and the conversation in Klal Yisrael to be able to make affordable housing that gives people the Harchavas Hadas and the necessary components to be able to live and steig as Frum Haimish Yidden.